Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We had completed our first dungeon, and so now we have to report to this guy and let him know that we did it. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, and none the worse for its voyage. A pity we dragged our boots too long for this one. No matter, the will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers, as yet unborn, to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, golds are as arms, and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. Back then, are you? With all your limbs. A tail to tail, I'll wager. Fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have to cack a pirate's skull of 3. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they were planning, unless they were planning on feeding themselves to the fauna or Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limbo, sir, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shot when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Okay, so we unlocked the party finder. So this is duty finder, and then party finder will be in here. Displays a list of your current party members. From this list you can change member order, and if you're a leader, kick players or dissolve the party altogether. Party finder. Find and recruit party members based on specific conditions. Okay, so let's talk to him again. Veteran has information on a new task. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know about whatever it is you're asked to do. I somewhat doubt it will pose any trouble for adventurers who survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mion, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck. He called us lass again. That word really drives me insane. think she'll be upstairs. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waiters will come to take you. Oh, it's you, Dev. 'Tis good to see you again. What's that? You're a bad run suggestion, you say? The Falmouth Road sent me word that an adventurer might be long for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Okay, let's hear the details. Mion is waiting to brief you on your task. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you, Bull Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at least, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you most need it. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time's of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground biosite called the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmorran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadow figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the Calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the XIV at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every elm of our defenses in search for a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter? Once you have seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments, that's all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Well, at least we're very, very familiar with Gridania, so we do know. Hold on a second. Yeah, as I was saying, we're very familiar with Gridania, so we do know where the Deepcroft is. We're not going to have a lot of issues finding it. Meanwhile, let's take a look at our character here. I don't think we've gotten any... Oh, we don't have any new gear recommendations. We're most likely going to have to craft our own gear ourselves, which is not going to be a problem. Deft pause, I take it. Thank you for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation, and so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfere with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that's now their sacred duty to avenge them. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridarnia and the Oziart Lodge, put an end to their madness. Okay, so... let's see the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. Let's see the duty roulette. When using the duty roulette, you will be assigned a random duty from among those you have unlocked. In return for leaving your destination in the hands of fate, you will receive enhanced rewards. Furthermore, should you happen to be an adventurer in need, that is, say, your oil is in short supply, you will receive an additional bonus. Yeah, I think healers would have the benefit here. But I wanted to read something else. I've forgotten where to find that. Oh well, we've signed up for that duty, so in the meantime, let's go adventuring elsewhere. Are you serious? Okay, so this one says that the average wait time is 9 minutes. Yeah, so let's see what else we want to do in the meantime. Well, seeing that we're going to be a machinist, though, well, this was what allows us to be a blacksmith, but I don't think we... While our party forms, let's look around. I don't think there's really anything to mine in Gridarnia. We most likely are better off, yeah, let's pay a visit to this character down here. We need to repair some of our armor. But I think it's a waste of time to be a miner down here. I don't think we're gonna find anything. So let's just switch back to a botanist. so we need to look at triangulate. But right here is somebody who can mend our armor here. Let's repair a gear. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, now that that's done, repairing your own gear. Repairing NPCs can only restore an item's condition to 100%. Repairing the same item yourself, however, will raise its condition beyond 100%, allowing for extended use before it wears down again. If you meet the class conditions for repairing an item, you need not even change to that class to complete the action. Interesting. I didn't know that. So, okay, we were trying to triangulate and trying to find... But it seems there are no resources down here. Okay, let's harbor call again. Okay, we're almost there. We've gotten a healer in our party. Next, we need one tank and another damage dealer. Okay, here we are. We're starting to get some trees now. Let's do Build Mastery 2. Come on. Okay, we got a crow feather. Good. I guess we don't have enough. Okay, we've gotten, I guess maybe it's time to switch back. Okay, right now all we need is a tank, so... We actually lost the healer. Alright. Okay, so we have a crow feather. Well, we've gone further than the average wait time for that particular dungeon. Which is unfortunate. Okay, let's see, let's do the ash log. Let's do some of this and try to get... I would hate to spend this whole video just mining for resources, but looks like our dungeon queue has kind of not worked. So at the end of this video, we'll take a break and we'll restart it once we have a party ready to go into the Deepcroft. Okay, you obtain Ashlogs of Stealth. The Disciple of the Land action Stealth allows you to conceal yourself from enemies, so that you may log, mine, or fish without fear of being attacked. The one drawback to this command is that it reduces movement speed by almost half, so when there's no threats nearby, it is recommended that you cancel the status by selecting the Stealth icon to your hotbar once again. Stealth cannot be used if you're being attacked by an enemy. Also, enemies with levels significantly higher than yours may be able to detect you, regardless of whether or not you have stealth activated. Okay, so now we have a tank, and now we're just waiting for a healer. Alright, your class has changed. Duty cannot be commenced. So let's go to character. Alright, now let's commence this duty. actually going to take a break right here, and I will be right back with more. Actually, I'll just probably do a cut. All right, we'll be right back.